Hey everybody, Clay Archer, CEO, DPC Technology, and I've got my favorite one today. Today we're going to compare all the cameras that UniFi has on sale right now. 3 years ago when I last did this, the AI Pro won, and spoiler alert, it's not in my top 20 this year. Since that video, Ubiquiti's come out with an entirely new line of cameras. So I tested all 29 of them that Ubiquiti currently has for sale. And I tested them the same way we do all cameras here at DPC Technology. That's day and night, sunshine, rain, hot, cold, 365 days a year. So by the end of this video, you'll know which cameras we feel good putting on almost any building and which ones you should spend your hard-earned money on. Also, we'll talk about the 4 or 5 cameras we would avoid buying now. You're going to be really surprised. At the bottom of this list is 3 or 4 really cool cameras. But I'll put a one-screen cheat sheet at the end. I will also put that spreadsheet in a blog, which will be linked in the description, as well as my individual reviews on all of these cameras. So let's get right to it. And first off, I'm not doing this review off a spec sheet. We actually put these cameras in offices and use them all the time. And I currently have every one of these cameras on a test rig, which I do 365 days of the year. I also have used and tested every camera that UniFi has produced since the AirCam 2 days. So all of my opinions here are not coming from spec sheets, they're actually coming from real world use. Also, there are 29 cameras here, but truth be told, at DPC Technology, we probably only use 5 or 6 of these cameras. We always try and narrow our tech stack. It makes it easier to install and deploy and support things. So there are cameras here that I use internally at DPC Technology and we have on our test rig that we don't deploy to our clients. And you'll see that my list may be a little skewed towards those more commonly deployed kind of commercial cameras. Also, because there's so many cameras here, I've broken this up into categories. Obviously, these categories are made up by me, and I know some of these cameras are both indoor and outdoor cameras. I put them as either indoor or outdoor based on how we use them. Obviously, the turrets are very versatile, and you can use them indoor and outdoor. Some of the domes are versatile, and you can use them indoor and outdoor. I put them in the category that best fit our deployments. Your deployments may be different. Ultimately, on my overall list, you'll see where they ranked against each other. One last thing before we jump in. If you enjoy these kind of hands-on camera reviews, please click the subscribe button. I review every camera as it comes out. So let's jump into category 1, which is indoor cameras. This is a really popular one for us. We put in a lot of indoor cameras in our commercial installs. So we'll start off with the G5 Dome. Obviously, that's a great camera. It's been around for a long time. We've got a ton of them out there, but it is getting long in the tooth at this point. Kind of got beat out by its younger competitor. The G5 Ultra Dome is $50 cheaper and a better camera, so it made the G5 Dome fall to last place in here. The G6 Mini Dome is next in the category. It's amazing. It's a new camera that just came out. I just did a review on it. I really like the camera. It's super tiny. It does a lot of stuff. It's a little bit more expensive at $299, but if you have the budget, it's an amazing camera. It's also a great camera if you just want something to disappear and have all the features. I think you're getting the best of both worlds, but at $299, it is a little bit more expensive, so you're paying for those features. At number 2, and this is really a super margin call, is just the regular G6 Dome. It's $20 cheaper than the G6 Mini Dome, and honestly, where we put them in, the size difference doesn't matter that much, so I would rather save the $20, and that puts my winner as the G5 Dome Ultra. I really like the Ultra line of cameras. I think the value is really hard to beat. At $129, I can also put more cameras in, which gives more coverage, which ultimately is what most of my clients are looking for. Now, these cameras don't have the fancy AI features, but you can mix and match them. So I'll put these everywhere and then put a camera that has AI at the front door and the back door, or spots where I'm going to identify somebody or I need to identify them. And once they're identified, I can see them walk through the premises and I don't need to re-identify them all the time. So that's for our installs. I can honestly see somebody wanting the G6s above this G5, but for me, I think at $129, I think it's a really, really good value. And I'm selling myself out a bit. You'll see that later I don't give the same consideration to the G5 Ultra turret. And that's just the other side of the same coin. You could either put it above or below based on whether you want those AI features or you don't want those AI features. So let's move on to category 2, which is our outdoor cameras. This has got a lot of cameras in it. I'm going to start right in the middle. At number 7, I've got the G5 Bullet. The situations where I might still use the G5 Bullet at $129, it's really cheap. And if I needed the bullet form factor as cheaply as I could do it, the G5 Bullet still kind of has a place there, although I probably wouldn't use it. And that brings us to number 6, which is the G5 Turret Ultra. And like I just mentioned, I really struggle with this one because I kind of want to put it further up the list, but then I look at the list and I'm like, well, there are just better cameras above it, and that G5 line is starting to get a little older. But for $129, I still think this is a great camera. This camera comes with the NVR Instant Kit, and I think that kit is a great example of how I would use it. If it's an area that needs a lot of coverage, I would put 3 or 4 of these around and then add maybe one camera that has AI where I want to do the identifications. But because there's newer cameras that have AI that aren't that much more expensive, it is now at number 6 on this list. Number 5, I'm going to go with the G6 Pro Dome. Obviously, this is an indoor-outdoor camera, and you could put it in either place, but I put it on the outside mainly because of the zoom. And the zoom actually makes it a little bit more functional in a parking lot or an area like that where you need a little extra reach. It's a great camera. I think the only place where it lets me down a little bit is the price at $499. And honestly, I think the turret is a little bit better form factor. So, I could have put it a little bit further up or down. It's a really great camera. $499 is a little pricey, but obviously it's got a lot of features. It's a really good sensor. So with that, let's go to number 4, which is the G6 Pro Bullet. Same thing at $479. I think this is a great camera. It does all the things. It has all the features, has the AI. It's the newest of the Bullet lineup. And if you need the latest, greatest, this is your camera. You'll see that last time I did this review, the AI Pro Bullet won, and this dethroned that. For $20 less, I think this is just a better camera. And that is why it is number 4 on the list. Number 3, I went with the regular G6 Bullet, at $199. I think that's a really good value. I think that's more in line with most people's budget on what they want to spend. It's one that we'll put in hundreds of and never have any questions or problems. It's just really good meat and potatoes camera. And one above it, just because I like the form factor a little bit better, is the G6 turret. I know some people don't like the dongle on the back of a turret and having to have a mounting box, and that is a consideration. But for me, I think they're a little bit more tamper resistant, and I think the form factor just looks better. So at number 2, I have the G6 turret. And by process of elimination, you probably figured out the winner in this category is the G6 Pro turret. I did a review of this with the UDB switch, so it's a little bit harder to find. I'll put a link down in the description, but this is a really good camera. It does pretty much everything you want it to do. It's got that big 1/1.2-inch sensor, which just soaks up light, especially if you're in a dark or lowly lit area. This is just a light magnet, and there's no beating physics. The bigger the sensor, the more photons that are going to hit it, the more light it's going to see. It also has the zoom, so if you're in a parking lot and need a little extra reach, it's got that. It's got all the AI goodies. And at $479, I think it's a reasonable value. Am I going to put these everywhere on every install? No. But is this kind of the jack of all trade? If I needed 1 or 2 cameras to do everything, could I put this there and have it do license plate detection and facial recognition and all the things in low light, be tamper resistant? This camera just is one that you put on the wall. It does all the things. You're going to be happy with it for the next 4, 5, 6 years. And really quickly, this category has a bunch of my skips in it. You'll find the AI Dome and the AI Pro here. We'll have a full list of those cameras to avoid when we wrap up. A quick 30 seconds and we're back to the cameras. Everything that I cover in this video has been learned from real world deployments by my company, DPC Technology. We've been the trusted IT partner for dentists and small businesses in the Southeast United States since 1995. We manage IT, cybersecurity, AI, and yes, the full Ubiquiti stack. We design it, we install it, we support it, we do all of it. If your business has more than 10 employees and you're looking for a managed service provider to take care of your IT needs on a monthly recurring basis, please give us a call. We'd love to have the conversation. So back to the cameras, and next we have category 3, which is indoor specialty cameras. These specialty cameras are cameras that don't necessarily fit into one category or the other. Think of PTZs and multisensors and wireless cameras. So we'll start off the bottom with an easy one, the AI 360. You'll see in my AI 360 versus the G6 Pro 360. The AI 360 just doesn't make sense when there is a G6 Pro 360. So it is at the bottom of the list. The next is the AI Theta, which honestly is a neat little camera. It's a little long in the tooth at this point. The modular hub is interesting, but is also a little difficult. I think for the right interior space, there may be a use case for it, but it is 4th on this list. Next, like I mentioned, the G6 Pro 360. It's a really cool little camera. I enjoy doing that review. I enjoy having it in the lobby, but there are some limitations to these 360 cameras. It has a neat 12 megapixel sensor, and you can kind of redo everything kind of like you would in like an Insta360. It's really cool. You can do things in post. It's got a lot of features to it, but it doesn't have all the coolest AI features, and I think some of these newer multi-sensor cameras do a better implementation than an AI 360 would. So with that, we go to the G6 180, and I have it as an indoor camera, and really this is an indoor-outdoor camera. I have it installed outdoors, but I can really see how you would use this camera indoors. It is a great little camera. You'll notice when I first did the review of this camera, I didn't like how it showed up as one camera and you couldn't show it as 2 individual cameras. But since they did the update to protect where you can make your views super wide, this really may be my favorite camera on a day-to-day use. Now, is it as versatile as some of the other turrets, or could you use 2 cameras to do what this is doing? And you can make a lot of those arguments, but for a specialty camera one line run to it, one camera to maintain ultra wide view. And if you got room on your monitor to look at it, it really is quite an incredible camera. I really like this one, and it is my second place camera. The number one, though, is the G6 Instant. For $179, this little wireless camera is amazing. I've got it running in my home setup. This is a great camera. This G6 sensor in this camera is phenomenal. It looks incredible. It's super crispy. You can put it anywhere. The price is right at $179. You're getting this G6 sensor with all the AI and all the fancy stuff. I don't use this in a business environment, but I do at my home. And what's really cool about it is we go to Colorado for the summer and we stay out there. I bring this camera with me and I can just put it anywhere in the condo. And without cabling or anything, I've got this incredible 4K camera with AI that I can keep an eye on everything. It really is an amazing camera. If it's available, buy it. I don't think you'll be disappointed with this camera. It's a lot of camera in a little package for not that much money. So let's move on to category 4, which is outdoor specialty. And there's some really cool cameras in this category. And really, honestly, there aren't any losers in this category. They're all just very specialized. So each one kind of fits into its own little niche. So for you, it may be something that's last or second to last or third to last on the list. That doesn't mean that it's not a really good camera. It's hard to kind of rate them against each other. But I did, and bringing up last is the AI DSLR. This is a phenomenal camera. The image quality out of this is amazing. Having a Micro Four Thirds sensor is the biggest, baddest sensor. Having a real DSLR lens and the ability to change that lens, all are really cool things. But it's $1,499 and it is very niche. So if you have an area where you need super high quality, maybe you need a little reach with the zoom, or you need it very wide, you can get the wide lens. It's a really cool camera, but it's getting long in the tooth, and it brings up the rear of this list. Next on the list, I have the G5 PTZ, which is also an incredible camera. At $299, it really is a nice value for a PTZ that does a lot of things right. But the G6 PTZ came out, and for $100 more, I think it's just a better value and a better camera. So next we have the AI PTZ Precision. At $1999, it's an incredible camera. It has the reach, it has the IR, it has the LiDAR, it has a lot going for it. But again, it's very niche. If you have the need for a PTZ that has a ton of reach and a ton of IR power, look no further. This camera is incredible. But we have to rank everything, so number 4 on the list it is. The next is the AI multi-sensor, and this is another camera that could be way higher on the list. It could be way lower on the list. I really love the AI multi-sensor 4. It is an incredible camera. You can put them in any kind of orientation. You can use the zoom on them. It really is a very flexible system. If you have a parking lot with light poles in it, this is the ultimate light pole camera. You'll get 360-degree view. You'll only have to run one cable to it. And at $17.99, it's not the cheapest camera in the ecosystem, but for the right use case, it really is an elegant solution. Next up, I have the AI LPR, and this certainly could have been lower. This is a very niche camera. It has a very narrow use case bandwidth. You have to have it at the right angle, at the right distance. But when you have it working right, it just nails LPR every time. Day, night, it really is an incredible LPR camera, but you have to fit in that narrow band. Check out my review on it if you're considering it, because it's not for everybody, but it made number 3 on my list and I stand by it. Next on the list, I had the AI PTZ Industrial. And as you may know, I also have the original G4 Industrial. These cameras are just tanks. At $12.99, you'll put it on the side of the building. It will be there for a long, long time. It will take a licking. It's made out of really heavy duty metal material. I have no problem recommending this to anybody in any situation. It's a super durable camera system. It has enough zoom. It has all the AI features. It really is an incredible camera. It's not the least expensive here, and I'm definitely showing my commercial lean here. Obviously, I probably wouldn't put this on the side of a house. It may look a little bit too much, but in a commercial setting, I think this is a wonderful camera. And if you compare it to its commercial competition, it's a great value at $12.99 as well. So number 2 is the AI PTZ. And by process of elimination, you probably have figured out by now, the G6 PTZ is number 1 in this category. It's hard to deny the value at $399. This camera kind of does everything well. It's got the zoom, it's got the dual lens, it's got the motion tracking, it's got two-way audio. It pretty much has everything you're going to need from a PTZ camera. It is a lot smaller, so you could put it on a house or you could put it indoors. It's not going to look crazy like the industrials would. I think this camera is a kind of no-brainer winner in this category. If you're looking for a PTZ in the UniFi system, I think this is the first thing you should be looking at. So those are all the categories, which brings me to my last section, the cameras that I wouldn't buy today. The good news is every one of these cameras, if you have them, I would not go out and replace them with any other cameras. These are all great cameras, but it doesn't make sense to buy them today because there is a newer, better camera at equal or less dollars. This is also the bottom of my overall list. At number 29 comes in the AI 360, which has just been replaced with the G6 Pro 360. The AI Pro, which I mentioned before, which the G6 Pro is just pretty much replaced. The AI Dome, which is the G6 Domes, is pretty much replaced. The G5 Pro, which is a great camera and has the AI enhancer. Same thing with the AI Pro with the AI enhancer. The G6 Pro, which is a great camera and it has the vision enhancer, as does the AI Pro. And if you're looking for one of those image enhanced cameras, maybe you would buy those in that situation. But I think the G5 Pro has been beaten by the AI Pro, which has been beaten by the G6 Pro. And the last one on this list is the AI turret, which has just been beaten out by the G6 Pro turret. The great news is that none of those cameras need to be replaced in any way, shape, or form. So if you have them on the side of your building, keep them there. They will serve you well for the near future. All right, so this brings us to the final overall list. 29 cameras, one winner. And this year it is the G6 Pro turret. It's a great camera. It's got that 1/1.2 inch sensor. It really pretty much does everything well. I love the turret form factor. It's $20 cheaper than the AI Pro, which it's dethroning. It really has a lot going for it. But that being said, my top 9 cameras, and certainly my top 5 cameras, you could put them in any order. If you're looking at any of these cameras, you can't go wrong. I would go to store.ui.com and maybe hit compare. And you can look back and forth at features and see which one works best for you and your situation. Also, like I say in all my videos, feel free to mix and match these. So if you're looking at a more budget-friendly camera in certain areas, you can spend a little bit more at the areas where you want true AI detections. You can also mix and match in these specialty cameras. Maybe in an area where you can't do a line run, you do a G6 Instant. Maybe in an area where you typically do 2 cameras, you do a G6 180. You have a lot of options here, and that's the beauty of this ecosystem. Once you're in it, you can mix and match and design the system that works for you and for your budget. One other thing I can tell you, having done this for 10 years, is just buy what works for you today. Tomorrow, another camera will come out and another one the month after that. And all of them will be a little bit better than the last, but you can mix and match them and add as you go. And like I mentioned, there's no reason to throw the baby out with the bathwater. All these cameras are going to serve you well 4, 5, 6 years into the future. But if you want to see those new cameras reviewed as soon as they come out, please click the subscribe button down below to be notified as soon as they're released. I will also have an affiliate link to every one of the cameras. I will have a link to their review. I will have a full link to the spreadsheet in the blog post that I put linked below. As always, if you have comments, and I know you will, please put them down below. And any questions you have about any of the cameras and how they compare to one another, I certainly will answer those down in the comments. As always, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.